Soundarya Lahari Sloka number 75. Tava Sthanyam Manye Dharanidharakanye Hrudayathaha. Tava Sthanyam Manye Dharanidharakanye Hrudayathaha. Payahapaaraavaaraha Parivahathi Saaraswathamiva. Payahapaaraavaaraha Parivahati Saaraswathamiva. Dayaavathyaa Dattham Dravidashishuraasvaadya Tava Yath. Dayaavathyaa Dattham Dravidashishuraasvaadya Tava Yath. Kaveenaam Praudhaanaamajani Kamaneeyaha Kavayithaa. Kaveenaam Praudhaanaamajani Kamaneeyaha Kavayithaa. This is the last of the series of meditations on Devi's bosom. In this, Acharya says, Tavastanyam Manye Dharanidharakanye Hrudayathaha. O daughter of Dharanidharakanya, daughter of the mountain, that is Parvati. Tavastanyam Manye, your breast milk, which is coming directly from your Hrudayathaha, from your heart, which is like Payahapaaraavaaraha, like a ocean of milk. Parivahathi Saaraswathamiva, from that the Saraswatam, that is the literature, is overflowing as if it is flowing from the milky ocean. In the meditation on Anahata Chakra, we know that we meditated on Devi and Shiva as Hamsadvandva, two Hamsas, who keep discussing Ashtadasa Vidya Parinatihi, the 18 types of the entire literature in the world. They keep discussing. So, Anahata Chakra is the source of literature, the source of love, the source of compassion. And when Devi is giving milk, she is giving not just for the physical nourishment, but intellectual nourishment, emotional nourishment, and spiritual nourishment also. Dayaavathyaa Dattham, you are giving this milk, the milk enriched with the literature. Dravidashishuraasvaadya Tava Yath, having drunk that milk from your breasts. Dravidashishu, the Dravida kid. Kaveenaam Praudhaanaamajani Kamaneeyaha Kavayithaa, he is able to create beautiful, astounding, and highly respected poetry. So we meditate upon Devi's, suckling on Devi's breast, and then saying poetry of highest order in the world. Now, what is very interesting is, who is this Dravidashishu who drank directly Bhagavati's breast milk and became a great poet? Obviously, it could be the Shankaracharya himself. He may be saying about himself, because in some kind of texts, especially in Arunamodini, there is a story about the childhood of Shankara when his father used to worship Shiva in a temple, and when he used to go out of station, Aryamba used to look after that part. But once it so happened Aryamba was unable to offer puja for specific reasons, so she asked the Balashankara to offer milk. Balashankara went, prayed said whatever prayers he could at that age, and offered the milk. And he was waiting, he was thinking that when we offer milk to Devi, she will drink. So she was not drinking, so he started crying. So to stop from crying, Devi took the entire milk and looked at Shankara as if, "Are you happy now?" Then he started crying again. That is because his father used to offer milk to the deity, and then after offering the milk ceremonially, he used to give it to Balashankara to drink. Now Devi has drunk the entire milk, there was no milk left over. So the young Shankara started crying again. So then Devi came in human form and offered her breast milk to Adi Shankara, and then the child Shankara became very happy, and rest of it is a history. He produced such enormous literature, such synchronizing literature, such eternal literature, which even the entire world thrives on the inspiration given by the literature of Adi Shankara. So that is one story. There is other story. Uh, some people say, if it were, why would Adi Shankara in all humility call himself as a Praudha Kavi, the the great poet? So some people say the story referred to in the shloka belongs to one Nayanar called Gnana Sambandhar, Tirugnana Sambandhar. In the Chola Empire, there was a city called Tirukkalamala, and there was a Shiva devotee called Shivapada Hrudaya. His wife was Bhagavati. They didn't have children for a long time, so they worshipped and did penance for Shiva, and eventually they were blessed with a son who was named as Gnana Sambandha Murti. And in that city there is a Shiva temple called Thoniyappar. The Shiva is called Thoniyappar there. When the boy was 3 years old, the father took him there. He put him on the banks of the Pushkarini, went to take a bath and come back. By that time, the child got lost and started crying. When he would not stop with whatever the other people tried to stop his crying. So the Shiva and Devi came themselves, and Devi apparently gave her breast milk to Jnana Sambandhar, and after that he became one of the greatest poets of all time. So thus the milk of Devi, or even the meditation on the milk of suckling on Devi's breast, makes one a great literary genius, and none other than Adi Shankara and Gnana Sambandhar stand as a example to this. And when we think a little more about the spiritual aspect of the shloka, the breasts of Devi offer spiritual succor to those who are hungry for it. Those who wish for other things, like worldly achievements, they get what they want. So potent is the milk from Devi's breast that even Shiva does stanpan, drinking milk from her breast, an unusual feat which you see in a temple called Tara Pitha. This is a unique concept found in Tantra. Each and every facet of life has a deeper esoteric meaning, thus making it very sacred. Even the mundane act like a mother breastfeeding her child has great significance when viewed in this manner. It's also symbolic. The breastfeeding is symbolic of Shaktipat, the transfer of energy from Shakti to the devotee. In the Puranas, there are many incidents where Devi offered her breast milk to abandoned children who were crying out in distress, and hunger became there was no one to feed them. Children who are favored by Devi in this manner turn out to be prodigies in their field. One such reference occurs in this mantra, Dravidashishuraasvaadya. A Dravidian child became a notable poet because Devi fed him with her milk. Dravidas are the race which inhabit the southern part of India. In fact, they are classified as Panchadravidas, which includes Maharashtrians, Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, and Andhra Pradesh. The Dravidians have their own dialect, script, art, literature, poetry, and culture, which are exclusively theirs. The Dravidians are distinct civilization in India, traces of which have been found in the excavations of Harappa and Mohenjo-daro also. Kerala, the region where Shankara was born, is included in the area of Dravidas. In reference to Dravida's issue, it is assumed that Shankara was speaking of himself. As a young child, Shankara had gone to the Devi temple with his father. When the idol did not consume the milk, Shankara began to cry. On seeing the innocence of the child, Devi manifested in the idol and drank the entire pot of milk. However, on seeing that there was no milk left for them, Shankara again started to cry. Out of compassion, Devi began to suckle him from her breast, and as a result of that Shaktipat or transference of Devi's energy, the child receives the blessings of poetry. The phrase in this mantra, Thava Sthanyam Manye, which literally means I remember your breasts, gives the impression that Shankara is talking about himself. Moreover, if he is talking about himself, it means that he saw her breasts and also suckled them, as the story about the childhood seems to suggest. If that story is true, then when he grew up and meditated on Devi, he remembered each and every part of her as he had seen her when he gave him darshan in the temple. But he remembers her son breast most clearly, for the Devi has fed him with her breast milk. These are several other stories which creep up in relation to Dravida's issue. However, more important than trying to establish who this most favored Dravida child was, it is important to understand that stanpan or suckling of the breast is a tantric ritual which confers Shaktipat or transference of powerful divine energies. This mantra relates to the child who became a poet by drinking Devi's breast milk. In Tantra, there are also references to Shiva and adults sucking the breasts of Devi, which induces a very elevating experience. Shakti is the source of prana, and meditation on our breast milk in this way confers creativity and genius. The devotee can remember Devi in this way to elevate his thoughts and emotions.